Body bags, where horror lies.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to week 30 here on Body Bags. I'm, of course, your host, Moodz616, and thank you once again for stopping in. Yeah, guys, week 30 is here. Fucking crazy, man. Yeah. 30 weeks already here on Body Bags. It's outstanding. So I was looking through the films that I had recently reviewed, the previous 29 weeks, and I noticed that I hadn't reviewed a found footage film at all. So I had to do one this week, try to mix it up a little bit, everything from slashers to, whatnot, zombies and vampires, whatever it is. But I had this one sit in the collection. I thought, why the fuck not watch this? I hadn't really heard good things about it, but whatever. It was the very first found footage film I came across in my collection that I hadn't seen, so I wanted to do this one. And it's from 2012, so it's relatively newer, and it's called Bigfoot County. Yeah, of course this is a found footage film. The found footage subgenre, in my opinion, is kind of getting a little washed out a little bit. I mean, there's some good ones, but there's a lot of found footage films always coming out, it seems like. But yeah, so this one kind of caught my attention because it was, a Bigfoot film and stuff. So anyways, getting into the plot of this one, it basically centers around three people, two brothers and one of the brothers' girlfriends along with them. They basically go up to this county. They're making a documentary. The name of the county is Siskiyou County, also known as Bigfoot County, where there's been numerous, over the last 30 years, there's been 1,000 Bigfoot sightings and stuff. There's, they've heard all the crazy stories and whatnot. But there was this one story that really intrigued them, so they wanted to go up there to meet this guy, to tell his story and stuff. I guess there was this famous, 911 call where he phoned into 911. It was all recorded and stuff, and about him claiming to see a Bigfoot and ripping his dog in half and blah blah blah. So, anyways, they make their way up there in pursuit of making this documentary. They come across this guy named Travis, who's the guy, and basically he says that he'll take them into the woods and stuff, and then that's where they do all their filming of their documentary and stuff. Anyways, this Travis character, he's quite the religious freak and stuff. Anyways, they're in the bush and stuff, and he basically sees something and fucking books her out of there. He just takes off. He leaves all three of them in the woods and stuff, and basically they have some run-ins with some of the locals that are claiming to own the land that they're on and stuff, and one by one they start going missing and shit. So but of course they're still trying to make their way out of the woods, and by still making this documentary and stuff. But yeah, that's basically the plot and the premise of the film. Now my thoughts on this one. First off, I'm not the hugest found footage fan in the world, but I do try to give these films, my attention and, go into them with an open mind and stuff. Now, the one thing I did like about this movie is that when they're interviewing the, the country folk and stuff like that, they seem very authentic. They seem very much the part of probably what you'd find out in the backwoods and stuff. Kind of rednecky, fucked up teeth, just scraggly hair, shit like that. I thought that was kind of authentic. Now, the two brothers and the girlfriend, I found them as characters, not to be. I find a lot of time when you're watching these found footage documentaries type films, that the filmmakers and stuff are fucking annoying. I always find them to be super annoying. These ones didn't get on my nerves at all. I thought that they were just kind of normal people and stuff, and that was kind of a plus. But for the film itself, found footage films are kind of hard to review because, they're found footage. They're kind of all over the place. It's, they're not supposedly supposed to be, they're not really the greatest films in the world, but I don't know, man. This one had a pretty decent premise to it. It's very simple, but the problem is with this movie is that you don't really get to see anything, until basically the last kind of moment in the film. And, maybe that's a little bit of a spoiler alert, but This one is just basically them trying to get back out of the woods, and they're being fucking harassed and shit like that. And you think it's somebody, and blah blah blah. But overall, it was. I did really want to get to the end of the film and see exactly what was going on, but it wasn't that great. It was kind of entertaining. It was short. This movie was about 80 minutes long, which was good. They kept it to a decent length, so it wasn't like exhausting watching it. But it's just too bad that it just didn't go a different way, in my opinion. But it's not by any means a terrible film, but I just wanted a lot more out of the ending. The ending was just, whatever. But, if I had to rate this film, I'd probably just give it maybe like a 5 out of 10. Yeah, it's pretty average. It's pretty average. I kind of like what they were trying to do at the end, but it just didn't really work for me personally. But, I just don't want to give anything away. It's basically what it comes down to. But yeah, not the greatest found footage film in the world, in my opinion. There was actually there was a couple creepy moments actually in the film when the girl, the one brother's girlfriend gets taken. The way she gets snatched up was actually kind of terrifying, because it just happens like so abruptly. And same with actually one of the other brothers too, when he gets fucking snatched up too. Yeah, it just kind of happens like kind of really quickly. It times. In the woods and the darkness and stuff, it kind of reminded me of the Blair Witch a little bit. I think a lot of these found footage films probably kind of relate to something like that, but I don't know. Overall, it's not the greatest thing in the world. It was decent, but I loosely recommend this. It's nothing special, but yeah. 5 out of 10, Bigfoot County. I just wish they'd make some, better Bigfoot films, nowadays. There's a lot coming out, it seems like, but they're just none of them are really that great. I did like the one fact in the film when they were talking about Bigfoots and Sasquatches and Yetis, and the main brother, he actually, he tells you, that the Americans call it Bigfoot and Canadians call it Sasquatch, and Yeti was like a European thing and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool how they explained that, because I know a lot of people kind of get that fucked up a little bit too. But yeah, Bigfoot County, blabbling on here. Week 30 here on Body Bags. We'll be back tomorrow with the start of a brand new theme week. And so stay tuned for that. It's going to be a fucking awesome one. Really stoked for this one. So anyways, guys, Moodz616 signing off. Peace out.